Welcome to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. I'm Patrick Hotner.
I'm Brian Lynch.
Welcome back to the show. Sorry we've been gone a few weeks.
Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, so why don't you get off our back?
Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you saying that.
Mm-hmm. I'll be the bad guy. I don't care. I think we're about to do one of your favorite shows of all time.
I think we're definitely about to do one of my favorite shows of all time. The first episode of, I'm sure, many episodes of Lost that we will do on this show. You know that's true.
You love it so much you were on a documentary about it.
I am. I'm very briefly in a documentary called Getting Lost, which you can rent now, along with our guest. Our guest is in it too.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm very briefly in it. I think I have 2 lines, and then you see me a little bit in Hawaii at the church from the finale.
Oh, neat. Okay. What were your 2 lines?
My 2 lines, I think there's one where I say like, Lost was a huge deal, but you don't see my face, so only I know it's me. And it's in the very beginning, and then during the credits, they ask everyone to go through the numbers from Lost, and I believe I'm repeating the numbers. I've only seen the movie once, though, so I don't really remember.
Would you have seen it more if you were in it more, or are you just mad that you're not in it more?
Probably, yeah. Probably.
I'm sorry. Sorry about
That's
that.
fine.
How long did they interview you for?
Oh, 3 hours.
Wow.
Easily 3 hours.
Is Evangeline Lilly in it?
She is.
Do you know that she's the Wasp in Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I did know that, yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Brian, what is this podcast that we're doing today? Do we want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it with you, sure. It's we watch TV shows and movies with people that worked on it, various crew members, actors. We did some costume people, casting people, directors, and we watch whatever they worked on with them, and they provide a commentary that you can watch in sync with the thing they worked on. Yep. So we're providing commentaries that because we love them. We love DVDs.
Yeah, we're essential workers.
That's right. We're the real heroes.
Today, we're watching Season 5, Episode 8 of Lost, called LaFleur. This is part of the season. Spoiler alert, this is part of the season with time travel. There's a lot of time travel in this season. And this is a really good episode. This is like one of the top episodes of both this season and this show. It's the episode that a lot of people point to. I like this season a lot, which may be a controversial take. I don't know. But
I love this season. I'm a big Sawyer guy.
Yeah.
And I love Elizabeth Mitchell, and this was the season they really shined, and I like that they got together. They were super likable together. And you see, I think, is this the first episode where that happens?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. And who did we talk to?
We talked to Patrick Fischler, who's one of my favorite actors working today. He's a guy who's been in legitimately everything. Many credits on IMDb, going from Twister to Mad Men to Twin Peaks to Mulholland Drive to Lost to so many things. He plays the character Phil, who works for the Dharma Initiative, and he's on, I think, 10 episodes of the show. He's really great on it. This was a fun episode. He and his wife were big fans of the show before they got it, and he had an interesting time working on it. You'll hear more about it, what his feelings on working in Hawaii were and living in Hawaii for, 10 or 15 weeks probably total, which is a solid chunk of time, when you add it all up. I was so psyched that he came in and talked to us. He didn't remember a lot from the episode, which was fun. He remembered like the scenes when they were happening, but it was a lot of me explaining like what's going on in the show right now, which was fun.
Is that your dream come true, to have a Lost actor next to you and you tell him things about Lost?
Yeah. Hey, remember this is the part when you run out, and this is the part. Yeah.
It was kind of neat too because we got to see him remember things and be charmed by things that he had long forgotten. It was kind of neat, and
for sure,
he talks about a lot of other stuff he's worked on. It was a great hour just to hang out with him. I really loved it.
A really nice guy.
And I love Lost. You were a way bigger fan of Lost than I am, but man, yeah, it's a great show. I never thought it went bad. I never thought that show.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story about a major Hollywood celebrity that made fun of me because of Lost after the commentary track. It's a good one.
Okay.
And is like a Hollywood famous nice guy, and this story is like, maybe not so nice.
Will you name names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Your movie, Big Helium Dog, It's coming out on Blu-ray. Isn't that exciting?
It's coming out on Blu-ray in early September. You can pre-order it now on Amazon or at MVD's website. They're the company that is making the Blu-ray. And Patrick, but how is this connected to us other than that I made the movie and I also do the commentary or the podcast?
This is genuinely a crazy thing. And I'm like really excited to be able to announce this here because I have not posted about this.
Okay, go for it.
Brian, you and I are doing a commentary on the movie on the Blu-ray
with the lead actor, Matt Kapczynski.
With the lead actor, Matt Kapczynski. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah. My name is on the back of the
back of the box.
Do you want to say how I'm credited?
Yeah, I had to think fast to get you on. I called you film historian, and nobody blinked. I don't think that's a lie. I don't think that's a lie.
It's not, but it is very funny. Yeah.
And you have a real sense of history about it. You mean you just bought a Drew Struzan poster, for goodness sake, like his original art.
That is
true. Because you love film history. So why aren't you a film historian?
I guess
are you
that's
looking
true.
At it right now? I can see you.
I was looking at it. Yeah, it's right over there.
So we did a commentary with Matt Kapczynski and Patrick. You were great. Patrick kind of hosts it and asks questions. And it made you had to watch it right before we did it. You watched it for the first time.
Yeah, you two recorded one on your own, and then you said, do you want to do another one with you? And I said, yeah, sure. And so that meant while you guys were watching it to do your commentary on virtually, I was also watching it on my computer separately, and I had never seen it before. So I watched it twice in a row, very short time back to back. No, I was very happy to do it. And it's very fun, and there's a lot of cool, famous people who are cool and famous now that maybe weren't as cool and famous then.
Still cool, not as famous.
They're in the movie, and it's a very fun, I don't know. How do you want to describe the movie for people who haven't seen it?
I call it a sketch comedy, but I think more accurately, it's just about a really dumb guy who goes through a bad point in his life. But half the movie jumps out of that storyline and talks about the making of it within the structure of the movie. So it's a very weird movie. And Michael Ian Black is kind of the host of the whole movie, so he'll stop the movie to talk about the making of it, and I think it's really funny. I mean, I wrote it when I was 21, shot it when I was 23. So there's a lot of jokes in there I wouldn't do now, but I'm very proud of it. I think the actors are great. I think they are the main selling point for me. Other than the box art. Box art's beautiful. That's probably the main selling. Cool.
And there's
other film historian Patrick Cotnor.
That's true. It's very exciting. There is other bonus stuff on it too. What else is on the disc?
Nope, that's it. No, there's
true.
We did a Q&A with a sold-out crowd in November, myself and some of the actors and one of the producers, Kevin Smith, who is executive producer and one of the stars of the movie, introduced us and then, told this really great story about the making of it. And so he's all over it. So me and Kevin did a 10-minute introduction that you can watch before you watch the movie. And then we did like an hour and a half Q&A after. But it's mostly just really funny. I don't think we tell any real facts. Wow, you're really zoning out. You're like looking up into the sky. You don't care.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Right. There's a trailer that I made in 2000, and I shot a sketch for it in the beginning of it. That's kind of funny. I don't love it, to be honest.
How did they get that? Like, did you have to rescan stuff, or how does
I didn't do anything. The only thing that I sent them was I had two really interesting auditions to put on it. One is Michael Lindstrauss audition, who's one of the leads, but he acted against Lorene Scafaria, who's the female lead, and Brian Quinn, who's in the movie, and was our casting. He went on to do Impractical Jokers, obviously, but back then he did our casting for us, and he's one of the actors in the movie. He's fantastic. And the other was Brian Johnson, who was from Comic Book Man and Tell 'Em Steve Dave, and he actually plays Jesus Christ in the movie. And he already had the part, but he came. I think we just had to make it official, so we recorded it, and we have a great we have him reading it for the first time. So those are two other extras. But Vin Pereira, who edited it and was the first AD and is in it as a cigarette fairy, had the trailer and the introduction, the sketch that I did. I didn't know it was going to be on there until they sent me the box art. And then I was like, oh, you guys are putting that on it? Okay. I don't know if it's funny. I make out with someone who's not my wife in it. It was my girlfriend at the time, so I don't really want to watch it so much. Not that she's not great, but I just, that's weird to me. I'm in it, and I'm not a good actor.
But everyone else can watch it. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it's great. It's also on the Better Place DVD. They put it on that too.
Oh.
So you can get the Blu-ray. You can get Better Place right now from the same company, and I'm on that too. That sketch is on there. What else is on there? I forget. What other fun things? They say there's a photo gallery. I have no idea what that means. I don't know what that means. So 2 commentaries, about a 2-hour Q&A, a great intro from Kevin Smith, a fake trailer intro where like we do a sketch, and then a trailer made in like 2000. It's like old, 1999 even. And there's got to be more than that.
All right, I'm gonna read all the special features on here. You ready?
Okay.
Brand new high definition 1080p transfer and restoration
It looks
of the
better
original
than it's ever looked. Sorry.
camera negative of the main feature in its intended 1.33:1 aspect ratio. Audio LPCM 2.0 stereo, optional English subtitles, commentary from Brian and Matt, commentary from Brian, Matt, and film historian Patrick Fischler. Introduction by executive producer Kevin Smith and Brian Lynch. That's 11 minutes long. And then there's a Q&A with you guys that is 72 minutes long. Okay. There's cast auditions that are 3 minutes long. There's a behind-the-scenes photo gallery. The trailer is 7 minutes and 53 seconds, featuring...
Well, that's the sketch as well. That's the
featuring
sketch
Hollywood's Brian Lynch. And then there's a theatrical trailer that's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. For a movie that no one has really ever seen, that's a good amount of stuff.
Yeah. And they're very happy with the sales already. It's in the top discs for comedy on Amazon. When the first 2 weeks it was out, I think it's dropped since then, but they were very surprised. And it's like, well, there's a lot of people in it that certainly the internet loves. So I think Lorene Scafaria in the Q&A said it best when she's like, it's 60% a really good movie. So, all right, I'll take it. But I think there's some funny stuff. There's certainly jokes in it that I've never seen before in a movie or a TV show, so I'm proud of it.
Check it out.
Little Brian did a good job.
So if you're a Hey That's Me head, this is the perfect gift for Christmas for yourself.
Because no one's buying you gifts if you're a fan of ours because you're lonely.
The perfect Labor Day gift. So Lost is streaming. It's on Hulu. I think it's on Netflix right now, too. If you're out of the U.S., I think it's on Disney Plus right now if you're overseas somewhere. But you can pretty easily find it. And this is a great episode, and I hope you'll sync it up and watch along with it. Or just let's do it like a podcast. Do whatever you want.
We're not in charge of you.
We're not in charge of you.
Someday.
Maybe, if we get our way.
Should we count down with the Lost numbers instead of 3, 2, 1?
Oh, sure. Okay, so I guess after 42, we'll say go, and that's when you start.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, go!
Here we are.
Wow.
We're here with Patrick Fischler.
Wait, previously on Lost.
And we're watching Lost. When was the last time you saw this?
What year is it?
It's 2025 right now.
What year did this air?
This would have been
2009. It aired March 4th, 2009.
The last time I watched this was March 9th, 2000. What was it?
March 4th?
It came out March 4th, 2009.
I watched it March 4th.
Yeah.
Did you have a Lost viewing party?
My wife and I, she was 9 months pregnant on March 9th, 2000. March 4th, 2009.
She still would have been 9 months pregnant on March 9th.
Sorry, she was 8 months, 8.5. My daughter was born 3.5 weeks after this episode aired.
Wow.
She was pregnant through all of me shooting this.
So she was born while you were filming still?
No.
Oh, you had already wrapped.
They are amazing, and they wrapped me out early.
Oh, wow.
That was part of the only way I agreed to do the show is if I could be home 2 weeks before the due date. And they totally... did the big ending, the big...
Yeah.
They did all of that first.
Wow.
In shooting those final 2 episodes so I could get home.
Oh, that rules.
I know.
You were shooting 2 shows at this time, right?
I was shooting, Southland.
That's right.
So
you had to go back and forth.
I had to go back and forth.
Wow.
So I was in Hawaii for a long time.
Yeah.
And I would fly home and do Southland, and then I would go back and do... Because I didn't know how many... When I got offered it, it was just... an episode, and then all of a sudden I was there, and they're like, "Oh, you can't leave. You're in the next one." Oh my God. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it was like, "Oh, wait, you can't leave. You're in the next one." And I was like, wait, what's happening? So I didn't know what any of it was going to be, but I love the show.
Yeah. Sort of any other situation, if they're like, you can't leave Hawaii, you'd be like, oh no, what am I going to do? But your wife is pregnant, so that
Yes.
sort of stinks.
And let me be transparent about something. I'm not a huge Honolulu fan.
Interesting.
It's sort of like Orlando, but maybe a little prettier.
Yeah.
And I shot a show in Orlando, so I know I've lived in both cities.
What show did you shoot in Orlando?
That would be The Right Stuff.
Oh, okay, right.
The
on.
Disney Plus one?
Yeah. And no, because I love The Right Stuff, but Nat Geo owned it, and then they sold it to Disney Plus, and then it was COVID, and then it was all bad. So I don't love. I'm not like, oh my god, I love Hawaii. I don't love Hawaii.
Okay.
So it wasn't like this is rich man problems. I'm like, oh, I don't love Hawaii.
Did they put you up in a hotel, I'm assuming?
They did, and that was the other. Wasn't like the best hotel. It was like sort of right on like I don't know. Honestly, what am I talking about? Who cares? This is all.
That's what we're here for, though.
I know. It was not a great hotel. It was in a mall.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, like literally one of those. Like our lobby was this giant mall and stuff, and so but it was by the water, and I made it all fine. But yes, my wife being pregnant was not easy. For me not to be with her. She came out and spent like 2 weeks with me when she was like 6 months and when she could still fly. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But going back to that was the last time I watched this is then.
Yeah. That's exciting.
I know. It's been a really long time. It's very weird looking at it right now. I'm like, I don't remember anything that's happening.
Sure. I'll give you a quick catch up. They're flashing through time.
Okay.
You are in the 70s. Phil is in the 70s.
Yeah.
I believe
I
they just stopped flashing because Locke turned a wheel in the ground.
Yes, I remember the wheel. Okay.
So now they're stuck in the 70s. They currently
don't
know where
they are
are
right now, though.
Yes,
right at this moment, I'm looking at people
and then
who don't know where they are.
The A team, we'll call them the A team, the Jack, the Kates, the Sawyers,
Yeah.
or the Jack, the Kates,
their
the
A team is
Hurleys.
on the screen
I'm
right
so
now.
sorry. A team's on the screen. Right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
They just took a plane back and landed on the island, but they don't know where they are yet.
God, you guys,
They're mostly not in this.
You're
episode.
basically telling me as if
plot
I've
for the
never seen the show.
First time.
That is
Okay,
a
there's
weird
a plane
thing.
crash.
I know
Right?
that.
Okay.
I know. You know what I have? I have watched the pilot.
Okay.
I watched the pilot last year.
Yeah. For
my
the
wife and I-
documentary.
No, I probably
Okay.
should have. No. No, when I talked about the documentary, I was talking like I'm talking now. I was like, what was the show about? And then I watched the pilot for fun.
Okay.
Like my wife and I watched the pilot for fun.
I mean, it's a great pilot.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible pilot,
Yeah.
actually. It's incredibly well directed.
Those first 10
And
minutes especially are like,
Yes.
the amount of money that is on the screen is like very impressive.
The idea they spent that much money for a TV show is, it still exists, but on a network is incredible. I love, I'm looking at, hey, that's me. Oh my God.
There he is.
Why am I angry? Jesus.
Oh, you're
I'm always
so mad.
angry.
Yeah, you're a real stickler.
Wait, you guys.
You are pretty angry in this show.
I know. I don't know why. I guess I was just angry. But this is amazing. And that's Kevin Rankin, who's an excellent actor and a great individual. He and I became very good friends shooting this because I was obsessed with Friday Night Lights.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Like maybe one of the greatest shows ever made. And I freaked out when I saw him on the plane
That's so
to
fun.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Oh my God. You're Herc. That was his character. Anyway, so oh, this is awesome. Okay. This looks good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this.
So when did you get offered this or?
I got offered this.
Okay.
Yes, because I did a show, my first big recurring job in television when I was 28 years old is called Nash Bridges.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, which some of the best writers on television wrote on Nash Bridges.
Including Damon and Carlton,
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
Well, Carlton kind of ran the whole thing. Damon, Sean Ryan, you could go, there's like a list. All great guys. So I think this was the same year as Mad Men. And I think they thought it was fun to have me on Lost. That is
great.
that is my 2 cents. I'm running in the dark. Okay. in that suit. I should have taken the suit.
You didn't take the suit.
You guys, it was lock and key.
Yeah.
They weren't going to
I
let
get
me
it.
take
Lock
the
and
dharma.
key. That was good.
Didn't
really
even
good.
mean it like that.
That's
But
your other podcast.
They would never. I mean, I really thought about it, and I was like, I could sneak that, but you couldn't even sneak it. They'd come running after you.
Was the suit heavy?
Yeah.
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 You get sweaty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a lot of information.
We're getting
But
real
you're getting
nitty
really
gritty
into
here.
it. Wait, and now who are we talking to?
You're talking to LaFleur, who's the head of
Oh.
security.
Oh
but people
my
don't
God!
know who LaFleur
This is a
Title of the
twist,
show.
guys.
Oh, son of a
audience
bitch.
freaked out right there. I will tell you this. Actually, I freaked out when I read
Yeah.
this. I literally remember saying to my wife, now I'm having memories of the show. I remember, there's the credits. I remember saying to my wife, holy shit, it's the 70s, it's Dharma, and Sawyer's the head of security in Dharma.
Did they give you the whole script?
Yes.
Okay.
For this episode?
Yeah.
Every episode I got the whole script.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That would be annoying if they didn't. I mean, I'm on
Sure.
the show. I guess I'm on other shows. Yeah, there's shows that don't give the whole thing. Oh, so he's there too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're looking at
Miles.
Miles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you guys, this is weird. This is very weird.
Do you like watching yourself?
No.
No.
But
you're not. You will do it.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, but no, I don't. I'm not a fan of watching myself.
Yeah.
I don't. I'd say I don't know how many credits I have at this point, but I'd probably seen 15 to 20% of them. That's it.
So is there a
And there's a lot.
hesitancy to join Lost because you love the show, but then you're
No,
not going to
that's
like it as much?
That's great question. And no, because I want to be on it. But
Sure.
but it kind of the magic dies a little bit.
Did you make it? Did you keep watching when you were
Oh
done?
yeah,
Okay.
we watched to
Okay.
the finale. I'm a huge fan of the finale.
Okay.
I think people who don't like the finale are just wrong.
I would agree.
I would also agree.
Yeah, I think it's just people
And you
can
know
just
what?
be wrong.
If you don't like the finale, just don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put that
Well,
out
no.
there.
well,
we
hold
want
on.
people to
No,
like
we don't
it.
want them.
That felt extreme.
We don't want them.
But I think that. Oh yeah, and she was a part of the show.
Reiko, yeah.
I don't remember what she did, but I don't remember.
That's
anything.
Kevin Rankin.
Yes.
I don't know. I just saw the name at the bottom.
I love being on shows I love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I legitimately love that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the magic dies and sometimes it doesn't. But usually it dies. And not in a bad way.
Right.
But it's just like all of a sudden these are just like I'd watch is this season 5?
Yeah.
So I'd watched this for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And we were pretty obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just was like, oh yeah, you're not these people.
You're just the guy.
I know it's so stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm an actor and I've been in a million things and I still was like, oh shit, everybody's just acting. They're not all these people. And so, but everyone was lovely. Josh is a lovely guy. I mean, really the cast was kind of incredible for a monster hit show. It was a very lovely group of people because that's not always the case too.
Also a show that had been going for a while, too.
Yeah.
Like, you sort of think at that point you'd be running through the motions. Being like,
They were
okay,
not.
hello, you know.
No, they seemed super, super into it.
Yeah.
And like all seemed very happy to still be there. Jeremy Davies, who's now appearing on screen, I did my second job ever with.
Oh.
That would be Twister.
Oh,
Wow.
sure.
Right on.
Jeremy and I spent 3 months in Oklahoma, Iowa,
So cool.
all those places. I know, it was 24.
Your second job was...
My first job. Do you know what my first job
No, what
was?
was your first job?
Same director as Twister.
Speed.
That was my first job.
Oh, my God.
That is my SAG card.
Do you get tired of being in really good things?
Yeah. I wish I was in more shit.
We should talk later.
Yeah. I know. You guys go through my. It's not as golden as it seems.
But
I mean,
it's
I
a
think-
lot of gold.
I think if I have over 150 credits, I think, and I would say, there's like, again, 20% gold,
Okay.
and then there's a lot of silver.
Right.
Sure.
Could you rank all 150 for us right now?
God, I
Best to
probably
worst.
could. I could.
What
I could
was
easily
your-
go to the worst.
What is your favorite set that you've ever been on?
That's a hard question.
Sure.
Like set is like enjoyable group of people. You know what I mean? Like it's been things that aren't great, but it's been an incredible set.
Okay.
Like The Right Stuff didn't turn into anything that we wanted it to. Like when I read the pilot for The Right Stuff, I thought I may be nominated for an Emmy. The show is going to be nominated for
Right.
Emmys. Because it's one of the best pilots I've ever read. And then it just didn't turn out like any of us wanted to.
Okay.
Not by any means, everyone's lovely people, but it just didn't. Everyone was on different pages, and it's not the show I wanted it to be. Having said that, it was maybe one of the greatest group of people I've ever worked with, and I'm like very close friends with a bunch of them.
Wow.
Like Patrick Adams and I have worked together through time. That was our third time re-meeting, and we've stayed so close because we did Old School together.
Oh my God.
20 years ago.
Just dropping all these amazing moves.
And then we did, I did Suits.
Sure.
I did a couple
Wow.
of Suits when he was there and then when he was gone. And then The Right Stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
At what point on The Right Stuff did you realize it wasn't what you thought it was?
I love that. Thank you. I would say pretty much right away.
Oh, no.
We sadly lost our director because his wife died. And
Oh, wow.
so we had to quickly take a quick hiatus. And so it was they had to sort of find someone else, and he did an admirable, great job, but came in. So the pilot isn't as good as I want it to be.
Wow.
And then it kind of just, it's Nat Geo, but it was Disney, and it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stuff. Am I going to get in trouble now?
No.
For talking about behind this? I don't give a shit.
I don't think so.
I'm too old.
I think you're
It's
fine.
like, don't cast me then. It's fine. But it really was an incredible, and the guy who wrote it, Mark Lafferty, is a dear friend of mine, and he's an incredible writer.
Sometimes it
Incredible.
just happens.
Exactly.
And you don't know what the thing is that is going to work and what's not going to work, and it's nobody's fault. It's a confluence of things.
I just, at this point in my career, I'm really at a place where I just want to work with people I enjoy being around. It's really hard to be this age and not have a good time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I could just be home.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It sounds so much better.
I mean, sometimes it really does. I'm
Yeah.
like, I could just be with my wife. We could go to dinner, and I'd be better than, fighting with anyone here. I'm not like I'm fighting. I don't fight with anybody.
Yeah.
But
the podcast isn't over yet.
yeah, God. Well,
Patrick, you're balling your fist.
oh my God. I will fight with someone today. But,
What you're in Hawaii. What are did you do anything fun? Did you do any?
I already told you what I thought of Hawaii.
No,
You're
I know,
gonna
but were there any?
You're gonna make me relive it.
I was also
No.
going to ask Orlando too. Were there any like touristy things that you did
Well,
in
I'm
either
a
of those
Disney
places?
obsessed individual.
Yeah.
I'm not like obsessed. I love Disneyland. I love rides. I love it. And so in Orlando, we did that. We did Universal. We did all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I find good restaurants. That is a superpower of mine. No matter where I am, I'm a foodie. I will find us good food. So I found that in Hawaii. I found that in Orlando. Orlando is not easy, and I did it. But in Hawaii, I just went to dinner. I was alone a lot because as I'm watching this episode, you saw me running in the dark,
Yeah.
right? You saw me yell at him for dancing. Like those scenes were probably 2 different days for sure.
Right.
And I probably had 4 days off in between.
Sure.
And it's not a location where I could fly back like Albuquerque or one of those closies,
Yeah.
you could go back for 2 days. So it was a lot of time that was weird. He just got shot sort of fakely. I mean, right?
I got bad news. It's
Yeah.
all fake.
Oh shit! I thought they really. When I was there, they were killing people. But did you see that guy's shoulder? That was kind of amazing. I love her, by the way.
She's great.
Yes,
Elizabeth.
and I got in trouble from the fan base. Like, they got mad at me when I punched her.
Oh, sure,
Like,
yes.
oh, come on. It's like, I don't know. My character was a dick. Don't get too mad. But they got really mad at me for punching her, like legitimately angry.
That's weird because in the Santa Claus, Tim Allen punches her too. I guess that's just what she does in movies and TV shows.
Is that true?
Yeah, he just goes off on her. No.
I want to read Phil's
Oh, I
biography.
really believed you.
No,
by
I'm
the way.
sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God. I was like, wait, that's a weird episode.
She came back for the Santa Claus TV show.
That's true. She's nominated for an Emmy this year for it.
She was wonderful on it.
You're all lying. I
No,
don't like any-
she's
There's
back.
a Santa Claus TV show.
She was-
2 seasons
on
Time
Disney-
out. She was not nominated for an Emmy.
for the
a
Santa
Children's and
Clauses.
Families Emmy that
Oh, okay.
at the time of recording
Sorry, half Emmy.
at the
Okay.
time of recording has not happened yet, but
Okay, wait. There's special little children Emmys?
yes,
Yeah,
they,
they're the same size,
Oh.
but they're filled with chocolate.
they split up they split
I
up
feel
the
like this is-
daytime Emmys into 2 separate Emmy shows.
Is the show on during the day?
no, it's on Disney Plus.
I mean, it
I
can
watched
be-
it during the day. It's not
hard.
bad.
It's hard to watch stuff anymore.
I know.
And I love TV. I love it so much, you guys. I grew up in front of a TV.
Right, me too.
What
I'm
are you
reading I'm reading Phil's biography
I got a biography
from the Lost Encyclopedia.
This is
Okay.
going to be so weird. Okay, go.
Phil, job, security. Dedicated to the Dharma Initiative, but also quietly devious, Phil worked in the security detail under the leadership of Jim LaFleur, a.k.a. James Sawyer Ford. Phil's loyalty to Sawyer turns to treachery, however, when he learns that his boss had sympathies for the hostiles and turned against Dharma.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Phil suspected something was awry when Dharma's newest recruits, Jack, Kate, and Hurley, were not on the original list. He becomes more suspicious when Jack seems to know too much about Sawyer. Phil's discovery of the videotape that showed Sawyer and Kate taking a young Benjamin Linus was the final straw. Something in Phil snapped when Sawyer, the man he trusted for so years, tied him to prevent the truth from getting out. You get thrown in a closet.
Yeah, I
at
remember
some
that.
point.
I remember
Yes,
that.
yes,
That was, okay.
yes. When Radzinski, Eric Lang,
Eric Lang, yep.
beat Sawyer for answers, Phil joined in and struck Juliet to make Sawyer confess. Phil immediately
it. Okay.
pledged his allegiance to Radzinski's plan to dispose of Sawyer's friends at the Swan construction site. Phil fought to protect the project and kill Sawyer's group. Although Sawyer had sworn he'd kill Phil for hitting Juliet, the electromagnetic leak did that job for him. As Phil attempted to shoot his former superior, he was impaled by a set of magnetized metal rods.
That's amazing. I remember that.
That's great.
I remember that. That sounds like I do a lot, and I don't. I mean, that's literally.
But everything you
10
do is
episodes?
important too.
But what happens is I do one thing every episode. Everything
Yes.
you just read.
Yes.
It's basically like I remember getting these scripts and, look, I was so happy to be part of the show, but I remember being like, oh, I do one thing in this or I do another, but it all felt fun and at the time super exciting. Really, really exciting. Looking at it now, some of it looks like it doesn't look dated, but then at moments it kind of does. What's her name? She looks like she's in a prairie show. Or like Wait, why did they do that?
She's a hippie.
Wait.
She's a 70s
They're
hippie.
working on the 70s aesthetic.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, it looks like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah,
Right?
because she's 70s. The rest of them are normal time, so they're not dressed like that. That would probably be why, I assume.
Oh my God. Okay, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So this is 3 years earlier.
Yes. So
Right?
this is he's not LaFleur yet.
He's not LaFleur. You see?
He's
Okay.
this is how they're coming to
God, man, how did we understand any of this
I
when
know.
it was happening?
I know.
This is remarkable that this was on network television.
Yeah.
Is really kind of unbelievable to me.
I mean, you rewatched the episode last night, Brian, and you were like, it was insane how fast it moved.
It cooked. It was like it felt like 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
It's every character is likable and watchable.
Uh-huh.
It's I can't get over the show. It's just one long great movie.
It's really kind of incredible to have not seen it for, I mean, are we saying 15,
something
16
like
years?
that, yeah.
That's kind of amazing. What happened? Oh, wait, what's happening? Why are they're all these
This
seizures?
was an ad lib.
Wait, they all just had seizures and
Yeah.
she's taking something out of her ears.
Yeah.
I
It'd be
don't know
funny
what's
if she
happening.
It's an
pulled their ears off.
electromagnetic
Oh,
fence
that'd
that
been
they go
great.
through.
Oh, so she just fucked with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was like, it's fine. Come on through.
Oh,
Blah, 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 blah.
I see. Okay. Oh, this is exciting.
This is very fun.
Oh, and now we're back to LaFleur.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is fun. I'm a big fan of.
We should just watch the whole show like this. This is great.
Kind of like I would have watched. I just don't remember. My wife and I were discussing her memory of the show. That guy looks familiar, but okay. It's not who I thought it was. You know who I thought that was?
Yeah.
You're not. It's not him.
Who?
I thought it was Osgood Perkins.
I was just going to say he
Wow,
looks like
yeah.
Osgood Perkins.
Yes,
He does.
I thought that was Osgood Perkins,
yeah.
which I just saw the monkey.
I did too.
Okay.
It's crazy.
It is insane. It's one of the most violent movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In my
It's
life.
really crazy.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Um,
Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee, but
so when did you find out you were going to die?
oh, that's a great
On the
question.
show. On the show.
No, I was like,
make it
wait, am
clear.
I going to die? Oh, is he looking for Hurley? Wait, I'm like, I can't stop. No.
No?
Who's under the? Oh, it's Juliet.
There she is.
Okay, people were freaking out right now. By the way,
Yes.
That's my guess, right? An audience was like, "Oh my God, she's there too."
Well, the internet
she
was
works for
freaking out
Dharma."
about
Okay.
everything.
Did we? Right.
on this
Well, we
show.
didn't have as much talk on the internet, did we?
There were.
This may have helped the talk begin in terms
Yeah,
of like
I mean-
people talking about shows on the internet.
I was going to say, this is the show that like got me into podcasts and got me into internet forums and like stuff like that. Like this was the first thing where I was like, oh, people can talk about things online and like
Oh, that's funny.
it's cool. And
Mine was Kevin Smith.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I think they told me I was going to die quickly because when I brought up my wife's pregnancy, Damon or Carl, one of them, whoever I talked to, was like, "You're going to die. You die in the finale," and I was like, and that's when they were like, "We'll try to figure out."
Oh, okay.
So they really guaranteed. So I knew I died, which is fun. God, that's all.
Yeah.
It's super fun to die and be a villain is fun. And this was a funny villain though because you don't know anything about him.
Right.
Like it's not a villain that's like, oh my God, you can figure out why is he like. None of it matters. It's like no one cares about anybody but these guys on the show.
Yeah, I mean
anyways.
the bio that we just read, it all takes place over like 4 days of that man's life.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
we don't
And
know
that's
anything
it.
about him. Yeah,
because it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
don't. I never was like, oh, I wish they'd learned more about Phil. Like if I was watching this show, I wouldn't give a shit about Phil.
there
Like,
is, and you may not know about this.
Is there spin-off books?
No, but there are spin-off books, but he's not in them.
Jeez.
There's a video that they released online as like part of the like learn more about what's going on with the Dharma Initiative. It has no impact on the show. But they interview a guy in the 70s on the news or whatever, and he's like, yeah, my next door neighbor Phil left a little while ago. And
you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
let me
that's so
try to
cool.
find more info about that.
Oh, that's weird.
It's all
Yeah.
part of the book we're working on called Fill in the Blanks.
Oh my God, don't
Oh,
ever.
boy.
That was terrible.
Thank you. You can take that out, right, Patrick?
That was
Nope,
really
sorry,
bad.
can't get rid of it.
Wait, and now remind me.
Jen?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, where's his wife?
She
Is part of the other group?
She's with Jack and Kate.
Okay. Again, no memory.
Yeah.
The hair choice is awesome. The hair choice is
Yeah.
so awesome. Was his hair like that 3 years earlier?
No. I think that was supposed to be part of the jump.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's good. And so have we seen everybody now? No, we haven't seen Hurley.
No,
Hurley's with
saving it
Jack
for
and
the
Kate.
end
Yeah.
of this episode.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, they show up at the end.
We haven't seen Jeremy Davies.
No, that's right.
Where is
That's
he?
true. Yeah,
No,
we
not
haven't.
yet.
Why is she crying? Elizabeth Mitchell.
They were trying to make the audience think the baby died, but she's crying because she's so happy that the baby lived.
Oh, now you can tell. Now look,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
look,
Look,
she
and
did a
she-
good switch
oh,
there.
you got
Hold on,
us.
she really did.
Yep.
She did sad tears to happy tears. Oh
By
my
the
god!
way, if they ever recast Indiana Jones, that Josh Holloway would
Yeah.
be really good.
He's got a new show coming out, a new JJ show on Max.
really, oh,
Really?
that's right.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he was in a Mission Impossible and I was all excited and then they killed him in 10 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was
annoying.
early on.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Mhm.
whoa! That's who was that again?
That's Doug Hutchinson.
That's Doug Hutchinson,
Yeah.
right? Oh my
you're
god,
really-
that's really good. I would have
Yeah,
gotten that in about 2 years.
yeah. Yeah.
I remember him, and he also a nice guy. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
there's-
Maybe what? How do we know? What happened to him? Yeah, okay, I thought so. I was like, we can stop.
We can talk
there.
about it later.
Okay, all right. You could just Google it, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't. But yes. And Eric Lang's not in this one, right?
No, he's not.
You haven't met him yet.
No.
Okay. Because
He's great on
I
the
became
show,
friends
too.
with Eric. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. He's a lovely. And then we worked together a couple of years ago on Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you seen that show?
I haven't. I know
Really?
it exists, but
You should.
Should we watch that?
Well, I don't know your taste.
I like this show.
Okay.
I like Lost.
It's about Hollywood in the 90s.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But with
okay.
like horror, supernatural.
Oh.
It's a buddy of mine created it. I become very good friend. Nick Antosca is his
Okay.
name.
Uh-huh.
He did The Act. Did anyone
Oh,
see
yeah.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did Brandon Cherry Flavor. He did Friend of the Family.
Mhm.
It was another show I was on that was based on that Netflix documentary about the neighbors in the 70s. He took the
Is
little
that
girl.
the Colin Hanks one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that he did that. He's doing Cape Fear right now
Oh, cool.
for Apple.
Cool.
Yeah. So he's watch Brandon Cherry Flavor.
Okay.
Are you going
it's
to be in
weird.
Cape Fear?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I
Okay.
know. Sorry, I should be, but no, I don't. The world is not. I'm not a super. It's Southern. That's
Okay.
like the one part of the world. If a show takes place in, I'm never on it.
Wow.
That's why, like, my wife was on True Blood,
Yeah.
and I was never on True Blood because that's not my world.
No, but it does feel like you would have been on True Blood at some point.
Kind of, but it's always that same thing. It's like it's a very Southern. It is the only place I get kind of like typecast out.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Is like the South.
What
Like-
kind of part haven't you played that you want to play?
That's a good question. Podcast host.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Okay, I'll do it. I kind of, I'll keep going. I don't know. I've kind of done the whole spectrum. I would say, like, yeah, I don't know.
So you're wrapping up your career. You've done it all.
I kind of feel like,
Wow.
I'm over.
What about my idea of fill in the blanks? Would you do that as a TV show or movie?
100% no.
Oh, wow. Oh, I was so happy.
I
for a
did
second.
what she did. I did the trick.
Yeah,
I made it seem
but
good,
it was,
and then I
but
gave
it was
the no.
reverse. It made me feel
I did
bad.
the Elizabeth Mitchell.
Have you done space stuff?
Have I done space stuff? I was
Right
on,
stuff.
Well,
That
but
is
I mean,
space.
like,
No,
I mean, like
science fiction.
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
I was on an episode of Star Trek. One of them.
So
Okay.
yes.
It's called Star Trek. One of them.
Yeah.
I just signed a bunch of cards.
Oh yeah.
I did that. I got, and I'm like, I was like, oh, of course I'll do this. And then I did it. And I'm like, this is awful. It's awful. You just sit at a table, not at a place, at my house, but over and
Thousands.
over and over,
Yeah.
thousands of
Yeah.
cards. And I'm like, this is not fun.
You don't have to tell me how much, but do those pay well?
Not enough.
Not enough.
How much
be
do
honest.
they pay?
Not enough. And you know what? I would insist on doing. I feel like I deserve more.
Yeah.
Right.
But I always
Yeah.
feel like I deserve more. That's my life. So I'm like, why is Jeremy Davies watching Little Girl run?
There was Charlotte was another character. Rebecca
course,
Mader's
Rebecca
character.
Mader. Yeah,
That
yeah.
is Charlotte.
Is
in
that
the
Charlotte?
70s.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yes.
Oh wait, do we know that?
We were finding it
Look
out
at the
right
hair.
now.
That's he pieced it together.
Oh wait, okay. Charlotte. Did we know Charlotte was in the Dharma Initiative?
No.
Not at this
She
point.
she mentioned at a few points she's like, I feel like I've been here before. Blah blah.
So
blah,
why
blah.
would he just assume that's Charlotte?
He just knows.
It's literally the hair.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
That's another. You guys, I'm so sorry. This episode is filled with twists.
It is.
Yeah. You're learning a lot.
No, but I'm freaking out as a. I'm remembering audience members must have shit themselves.
Yeah.
I don't still buy the Charlotte thing, but anyways.
Sure. It's a interesting twist.
Why is there an alarm going off?
Because
Newcomers.
someone's showing up
Yep.
at the camp.
Oh, I must run out with a
you,
gun any
You
minute.
absolutely do run up with a gun.
I mean, I ran out with a gun. Sorry, I screamed
That was good.
as I said that. Hold on.
and you run away with a gun.
Uh-huh.
Now this is a YMCA camp.
Oh, yes.
Still there. People can go and check it out. It's right across the street from the beach from season 1, which is it's crazy because it does not feel like it's very close to the water, but it is very
incredibly
close.
close to the water. And actually, that was where I was like, wow, man, life is pretty great. When I got to go see the beach, I was like, this is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm getting to be on it. You know what I mean? Now I'm remembering like, oh yeah, it was special. You know, you forget, and then I'm also cynical. Who's that?
It's Nestor Carbonell.
Oh yeah,
Richard Alpert.
Yeah, why is he there?
Because because they killed those guys when they shot the guy who died funny. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was one of the hostiles who lives on the island.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, what the fuck?
Got
you
it.
killed my guy.
Okay. Nestor's great.
Yeah.
He was on a show I loved that not enough people loved, Bates Motel.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a really good show.
Were you on Bates Motel?
No. I should have been.
Again, it feels like you could have been
feels
on
like
Bates
I could have
Motel.
been. I think I auditioned for Bates Motel once, but that was Carlton, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was not on Bates Motel. He should have put me on Bates Motel.
He's on Shogun now.
Oh my God.
He won an Emmy. He won an Emmy.
And a real one, not a kid Emmy.
Yeah, he won
Guest
an
star,
Emmy.
guest star. Guest star.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, no, it has to be.
Okay.
Because the guy who won supporting actor was
yes.
like that other guy who I love.
Yes.
I don't remember his name. But I loved Shogun. Nestor does good stuff, but he's also on that other show.
Yes, you're right. 2024 Emmy Outstanding Guest Star in a Drama.
He also is on that other show.
The Tick.
Nope.
Well, he was on The Tick.
Yes. Morning Show.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's on the morning show. Have you ever seen that show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not on that show.
Not yet.
Fair.
Show's still
I feel
going.
like it's going to end soon.
Oh, they've done 5 or
Came
6.
in the room again. Wow, man. I
So I
also look young.
This has to
No
be
one
a
told me
set.
I was young.
You're on a set for this.
Oh yeah, this is all set.
Yeah.
This is all set.
Because those built. I went to Hawaii last year. I went for the Chiquino did a concert, a Lost concert, and I was like, I want to go to that concert, so I flew to Hawaii. And these are all the houses. When you look inside, it's actually just like bunk beds, and like plywood, and that's pretty much it.
We shot the exterior of all of us. All of that was all there, and then everything else was on stages.
Okay,
and that's why actually it's funny. I don't seem like I am in this a lot, but it took a lot to film. Because of the exterior interior.
Sure.
So it's a lot of different days and a lot of different, but all of this is inside, all of this. And then look, see, then it's like back outside.
It's outside.
Yeah.
Seamless.
That was all there. It's all magic. God, how do they edit stuff?
On the goofs section of this episode, his beard keeps changing when he goes
really
in and out. Sawyer.
Oh, that's
inside and outside of the house.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, it looks a little longer here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like to read the goofs section.
Wait, what's the goofs?
It's like a little bloopers.
Oh, that's
on the
really
Lost,
things that
Wikipedia.
Oh, that's funny. God, this is really a very surreal experience. Also, youth. That's a surreal experience. All of us look younger.
It was a long time ago, but do you remember the night before you're about to film how nervous you were, or entering a show that you love?
Yes, and the answer is very.
Did
nervous.
you sleep?
I always take the night before I'll take something to sleep the night before a job that I've not done before. Okay. Not anymore. I'm trying to think the last time I was like really nervous. I'm very nervous if I have something very hard to do in a show.
Okay.
Or if it's like something like this that I'm scared to jump into a group of people that I'm like, oh my God, they're all, is everyone going to be nice? Like it's like starting a new school.
Right.
It really is. And I don't feel that way anymore because I feel like I've done enough that I'm like, I rarely go on a set now that I haven't worked with somebody at some point, whether it's crew or someone, or people know my work. And so everyone is lovely. Mm-hmm. So it's not, I've sort of passed the nervous experience. But
were you nervous last night before you came here?
I was nervous right before I walked in.
Wow. We're just normal guys.
That I was like, am I going to be killed?
Are we more stressful than Lost? That's the question.
It's pretty close.
Okay, great.
It's pretty close. Patrick, you're more stressful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and I'm easygoing.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think about character biographies beforehand, or does it not matter to you? Like, are you like, what's Phil's deal?
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
No. I mean, that makes it sound like I don't care, but I do care. I take each job for what it is, and I don't think they knew, so I don't need to fill in for me as an actor.
Fill in.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. We should have just ended it there.
So good.
How long has it been? Half hour? Feels like enough. I don't like they're not explaining about Phil, so I don't need it. Like I'll look at Phil's angry because he's Phil takes his job seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But then there's jobs that the character is really fleshed out, and so I'm going to do my work to make sure I'm clear on his what's going on for him.
Okay.
That's a good question though. But I'm just also that kind of. I've never been the kind of actor who does a lot of homework.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sure.
I don't. I don't need to do that.
What's been your favorite costume to wear? Because you've had some good costumes.
Mad Men.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
That was my assumption.
There's
was
nothing
Mad
even
Men.
close.
Yeah.
Janie was her name, the costume designer. She then got like a line of clothes. Like when Mad Men took off, and the costumes on Mad Men.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. Like going for those. I go for many costume fittings. They're quick. They're lovely. Everyone's amazing. But that was like, holy shit.
Do you ever wear something in a show and then go, I'm just gonna go buy that? Like, I want that suit. I want that XYZ.
No. I've taken a couple of things.
Yeah.
I've taken, randomly, I did this show Happy. By the way, everyone should watch Happy.
Yeah,
I think
that's great.
I think it left Netflix.
Maloney, Christopher
Yeah.
Maloney, and
Who
Patton.
also
Patton.
incredible
Yeah.
guy. Both guys are incredible dudes.
Yeah.
I'm spoiler alert if anyone's going to watch Happy season 2, the last episode I die.
Oh, okay.
And the outfit I die in is this incredible leather jacket, these jeans, and I took them all.
Yeah.
I said I want this whole thing, and they were
Yeah.
like, take it.
Oh,
So
wow.
that
great.
I got to take. I've never bought anything that I've worn though, meaning like gone out and been like, I got to find this.
Yeah. I would just think that white suit.
Dharma jumper.
You can't really. I think it was made.
Oh, really?
I think
okay.
I remember I was measured for a lot of the Mad Men stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of those suits were just measured, and I should have taken the Dharma, as we said earlier.
Oh, 100%.
If I had that, I feel like that would be a very cool thing to have. There's a lot of them.
You buy a new house.
I can get you one.
You
We
think
can
so?
just get him on one online.
You can
Sure
get-
Etsy
yeah.
has them.
Yeah.
I don't want those.
I'll get you
You
one.
want
No,
the
don't
real
do
one.
I'm
that.
getting
Don't
you
ever
one.
get me. No,
I'm
don't
getting
ever,
you.
don't
I've
ever-
already purchased
I
it.
literally don't want anything from
It's
Etsy.
no
No offense to
way.
Etsy. I loveEtsy, but it's just they just make stuff. I don't want
I don't know what
it.
to tell you.
Where
You're
are all
getting
of
it.
these though? Oh, but look, by the way, Submarine.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I just had to point
Submarine
that- 'cause
still
there's a scene coming.
on the tour. If you go on the tour of the valley in Hawaii, the ranch that they shot a bunch of stuff on, they have the submarine there. Still.
It's still there.
It's still there.
That submarine.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Because then we would like fake going down. There's like an episode in the submarine. I think I punched her in the submarine.
Yes.
And then she just said no more bloody noses. As I said, that.
Irony.
Oh my god! And then we shot on the stages.
Yeah.
The submarine.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. I'm asking you as if.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay.
I assume you didn't shoot.
I know.
A
So
submarine.
we
It feels
didn't.
like it'd be
It
hard
feels
to
like
shoot
it'd
a
be very
submarine.
hard to shoot in a submarine.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wait, I keep losing track of where we are.
That's
because
okay.
I can't get my eyes off a television show that I haven't seen in this many years.
I want to talk quick about Twin Peaks too.
Sure.
What was that experience going back and working with him again after, 15 years, I guess, at that point? Right? Because
What year was Twin Peaks? Anybody?
2017?
Yes.
So it was
And
more than
Mulholland's-
15.
Mulholland's 2001.
Well, we shot it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we shot it as a TV show.
Oh, it was a pilot.
Yeah,
originally, right?
ABC.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was honestly, he's like, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I really miss his presence on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his passing really like knocked me. And it's not even like, oh my God, he and I kept in touch. It wasn't that kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He just changed me in every way. As a movie watcher as a kid, as an actor, it was continual through my life.
Yeah.
So that's a weird experience. So going back to work with him was as if we'd just seen each other last week on set.
Cool.
Wow.
It was as if no time had passed. I remember just hugging him, and his energy was magic. He was like a magic individual. And so I'm so grateful I got to do it one more time with him. And yeah.
Were you a Twin Peaks guy before?
Oh my God.
Yeah. You got to assume.
Well, because I think I did I made a post on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, and oh God. But I talked about, like I just said, he changed the way I watched movies when I saw Blue Velvet. He changed the way I watched TV when I watched Twin Peaks. He changed me as an actor when I made Mulholland Drive. Like those were my three, periods of my life that he really, really affected me. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say quickly. Now we learn they're a couple, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sawyer and Juliet. So then going back to work with him was incredible. And yes, Twin Peaks is, I think, one of the greatest TV shows ever. And I just rewatched that pilot recently.
Yeah, it's great.
It's unbelievable.
And season 3 is my favorite season of that show, which I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but it is.
It's not.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of people feel that way, but also a lot of people were angry that like, where's all the original cast?
Of course.
We want to see them. And he was like, that was never what he was wanting to do.
Yeah.
He didn't want to just revisit all of them. Like that's not what he was doing.
Yeah. I assume you didn't get the full script for that.
No.
I assume
God,
it was
no.
like was it 1 day or 2 days?
It was 5 episodes shot over 1 day.
Wow.
Because it was all in that office. I
Yeah.
never left that office. So I remember when I got the offer, they had to deliver. We were out of town. And they had to bring the sides to my house, and then our dog sitter took pictures of the sides to send to us because we were on vacation to see if I wanted to say yes to this. And I was like, my answer's yes.
Whatever it is. Yeah. Right.
It doesn't matter. But so that's all I got were those scenes. And one of the scenes he wrote in the moment on set.
Wow.
The very first scene you meet me was not in the sides. He wrote that on set because he realized it needed a introduction that he didn't have yet.
That's great.
Yeah, he's magic. He was amazing.
I mean, it's got to where you're like, yeah, I'll do any more that you want me to do. Give me more things to do in the show. I'll take anything.
I've said this is another thing I've said through my whole life. I would, if someone said it's too late. He's passed now. But if someone said, David wants to do a movie this year, you're going to work for a month, but you can't do anything else. I'd be like, okay.
That's
I would
great.
stop working to have just worked on a movie with him for a month.
Do you know who, I'm not doxing anyone, but lives around me and I've seen near me?
Who?
Is your friend, your trash friend.
Seriously?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Bonnie is her name.
Bonnie
I
lives
think.
around
Yeah.
the corner.
We got to walk him to his car so she doesn't.
Oh my God. So
surprise
she
him.
doesn't. You guys, that has been, I've just never, I think I'm like so used to it now, but the meme of that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But right now it's going around a lot because things are going to get better around the corner. And then it says the corner and shows that like that. It's amazing that it just keeps whatever's going on.
Yeah.
It just keeps
coming
living.
back.
It keeps living. I love it so much.
That's great.
Because,
I just saw someone was it Cookie Monster?
Yes,
someone
sent me that one.
Yeah.
But we shot that and there was no part of me that ever even occurred to me that this would like, in quotes, live forever.
Of course.
But it feels like it feels like it hasn't even peaked yet.
Right.
In terms of the memes and the is it GIFs?
Yeah.
Can I do GIFs?
Yeah.
Can I say GIFs?
No, say GIFs.
Okay, good.
Live your truth.
It feels like it's a GIF. It just feels like it's everywhere, and I kind of love that.
So did you when they said, "Hey, it's going to be a movie now instead of a TV show"? Did you have to come back
just to do? When she's in the diner with the hitman, and she looks over and I'm standing there. That's all.
Oh wow.
Yes, because he'd written a letter. David wrote a letter just being like, we've been given money by Studio Canal. Will you come and shoot a moment in the? And I was like, yeah, of course. But I mean, when we were shooting it as a pilot, I was laughing. So I'm like, how in any way is ABC ever? And I understand that Twin Peaks had been a little while before, but still, you guys imagine that TV show.
It would be insane.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine
great,
it.
though. Like we would be talking about it now.
Yeah.
It actually would have been incredible.
Yeah.
I think it would have been absolutely
because
remarkable.
it either would have gone on many years or been like a 4-episode thing, Yes. And we would still be talking
I would
about
say it would have been maybe like a 1-season thing.
Yeah.
I think it could have been like a 1 but I mean, it was all about Hollywood. It was all about like the idea of David Lynch making a TV show all about Hollywood is kind of remarkable.
Yeah.
Like that is,
When it was a TV show, was that pitched to you as a one and done?
No.
They're saying he's coming back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think, again, God, listen, this is a million years ago. I think I was an agent. Everyone always is like, oh, but talking to my psychiatrist. We were agents. My guess is I think we maybe would have represented her, or there would have been.
Oh, Naomi.
Yes.
I thought you were going to represent the trash lady. That would have been the greatest.
Oh my God! I'm like, are you looking for representation?
Actually,
I got ideas. No. I think again, this is so long ago, but that is my memories that we were connected. You guys, it was all Hollywood.
Of course,
right.
yeah.
So that's why when people laugh, they're like, we were stockbroker. I'm like, it's a Hollywood story. Like, I mean, it's, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is this a big moment right now?
This is a
by the
huge-
way,
huge
Sorry,
moment.
I'm seeing the van pull up, and he doesn't know they're here.
He just found out that Jin found them. on
He's
the
in his
island.
suit.
Yeah.
Killjoys.
He's in his suit.
These guys are having a good life.
Yeah,
and then look
I
who
gotta
comes
be honest.
rolling in.
Actually, kind of brought the room down.
Yes.
I mean, the energy
Yeah.
just came down. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm excited to see Hurley.
Yes, except for Hurley, my favorites were already there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And now
I'm not
yeah.
sure. That's a good moment, taking those glasses off.
I mean, this scene is beautiful. Like the
Yeah.
spot that they're filming in is amazing. And
yeah, and then Kate, I'm fine. She's a little serious. It feels like I wanted him with Juliet at this
Oh,
point.
100%.
Yeah, I
did.
don't need this love anymore.
Nope.
I don't need. He not sure he needs that love either from his look on his face.
It would
but-
have been so funny if it panned over and Phil was right there.
Oh my god!
He's like, "Who are these people? I don't.
Wait.
What's this moment about?"
That was a very fast episode. And it was-
This show is
yeah,
that good.
it's a great episode. It's an episode that people love. Like
Yep.
when people say, "What are some of the best episodes?" That is one
LaFleur.
of them. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm in one of the best
Yeah.
episodes.
Well,
You're in a
people
lot
love
of the best
season
episodes.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
People think season 5
the
is
second
like,
half of season 5.
Yeah.
What's the first half of season 5?
It's when they're going through a bunch of different times.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah. The 70s stuff I think is
Because it's
love it.
Dharma,
Yeah.
so people got
and that's
excited.
what people wanted.
Oh, wait, sorry. They were going through like different time periods, like
Yeah.
the Renaissance?
Like Bill and Ted.
They go to like
Oh my
the
God.
80s and then they go to the time before anyone is there and they go to
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a lot of flashing through different things.
You're describing something I've never seen in my life, and I watched the show, so
yeah.
it means I didn't pay
They go
attention.
back to them being on the island earlier. Like they see Claire giving birth to the baby and
Oh, really?
like hiding behind trees watching it
So
happen.
it's
yeah.
Back to
there's
the
like-
Future too?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Wow.
God. Underrated Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Final thoughts on Phil.
Yeah. Me?
Yes.
I don't have any thoughts on Phil.
Oh man.
You miss him?
No.
Is he here? Is he here right
Can
now?
we talk to
kind
Phil?
of, 'cause- kind of. I don't miss Phil. I loved doing Lost.
Yeah.
Loved it. Watching this was totally surreal, and I'm so grateful that I got to be part of it. For real, genuine. Like there are jobs that that last in my mind, and this is one of them. And so I make fun of Phil, but come on, Phil just he was just took his job seriously. Leave him alone. Jeez.
And
What?
people are gonna really grow to love him with our spinoff.
That's
My
true.
God. What's it called again?
Fill in the blanks.
Oh yeah, I passed.
No,
who,
you.
who are you
well,
gonna get?
We're out to other people, so we'll see how
Okay,
it goes.
Maybe you'll get Bonnie, the trash lady. The one
Yes.
from behind the- She'll do it.
What should people watch? Is there anything that coming up that people should keep an eye out for?
Well-
or is there anything that you think people should just watch in general that you have done?
I think everyone. Two things. One, I'm really proud of Happy, and I think it didn't get a fair shake. And I think had it been on not on Sci-Fi Network, which
Yeah.
was still a thing, it would have been more seen. So I would
Yeah.
say, but it's a specific taste. But I love Happy, and I'm just wrapped last week. NCIS Origins is the show I'm doing right now, and it's
Bobby
not.
Moynihan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love Bobby. So I have to tell you, I really mean this, and I'm not just saying this. It's not just like a normal procedural. They're trying to do something different. It's set in the 90s. It's grimmer. It's darker. It's a character study. And I really genuinely mean this. Like, people should watch it and give it. And you don't need to know anything about the NCIS world. It's about young Mark Harmon, but the cast is great. I'm the boss. I'm the head
That's
of
amazing.
NIS. So I'm super proud of it, actually.
Awesome.
And I wouldn't say that because there's a lot of, I'm not a procedural guy.
Sure.
So I would genuinely tell people it's on Paramount Plus. So go watch it there.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Fill in the blanks.
What a show.
What a show. What a guest. We love him. Some real good David Lynch stories too.
Yeah. Are there any stories about David Lynch that are bad, though, Patrick? Really? Are there?
I don't think so.
No. He was great. Can I tell you my story, my Lost-related superstar story?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I was making the movie Hop, and James Marsden and I talk about stuff all the time, right? And everyone loves him, and he's such a nice guy. And there was never a moment on the show, on the whole production where he was a jerk, right? So Lost is ending during Hop, and and we've talked about Lost before, me and him. And I go, and he goes, "Hey, you watching the finale this Sunday, right? It was a Sunday."
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah." I go, "You can come over and watch it if you want," because I thought he was kind of like trying for that. And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Nothing, never mind." He goes, No. Were you inviting me to your house for like a Lost watch party? And I go, no, I just thought maybe you want to watch it because you like it. And he goes, oh yeah, can we all dress as our favorite characters, Brian? Can we do that? Wouldn't that be fun? Are you going to serve themed food? And as he's saying it, like more crew members are like walking around and like stopping and hearing. Like, yeah, never mind. This is a bad idea. Sorry, James. I don't know. I thought we were closer than that, but
I did that. A bunch of my friends from high school came over to my grandma's house and we watched the finale.
That would have been great. I would have loved that. I wish I had known you.
And then the next day, some friends stayed over that night and we skipped school. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. We skipped school because we had a sleepover after the Lost finale. And we got
and you were tired.
And we were tired. There a lot had happened. They put the cork back in the island, you know?
Right. I know.
We went to, I think it was like an 11 a.m. screening at the movies at the mall, and it was opening weekend of MacGruber.
Oh, what a great time in pop culture.
Yeah. So we went to go see MacGruber, and the woman at the ticket counter said, you know, this movie's rated R. I should really be checking your IDs, but it's 11 a.m. and if you were under 17, you'd be in school right now. And who in their right mind would skip school to go see MacGruber? And we just laughed and laughed and laughed and then walked into the movies.
Wow. Oh, that's great. Wow.
We also weren't under 17, so we would have been fine. But
oh, you weren't? I pictured you being little kids like South Park.
No, we were seniors in high school.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm much older than you because I saw that movie with my now wife.
So did I, weirdly.
Oh. She was with you guys when you were 17?
Yeah.
I should probably talk to her about that.
That's been a while. Let it go.
Back to the James Marsden thing, though. This is I was going to leave this part out, but this is why I was, and you can leave it in. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you full permission. This is why I thought he wanted me to invite him. Like a week earlier, he was like, do you do like barbecues and stuff? And I go, yeah, sometimes. He goes, invite me next time. Invite me to your barbecue. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, okay, sure. I'm like, that'll be cool. I was trying to play it cool, but man, how cool would that have been if he shows up and all my dumb normal friends are like, holy cow, is that Cyclops? I'm like, yeah, it is. So I thought he was, just wanted to hang out.
You should do that again. Like, you should do that now.
And invite him?
Yeah. Have a barbecue, invite James Marsden.
I don't have his contact information. Literally, the only way I could do it is if I got on Words with Friends and he still played, and we talked in the little DM part, because that's how we would talk during the production.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's a great guy, by the way. That even the Lost story was funny to me. I did not walk away from that feeling bad. He's a very sweet man, and I love his show. I love his new show.
I do too. We're halfway through it. I got to finish it. Paradise. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and he's also joining Your Friends and Neighbors next season.
Oh wow! He's also joining Your Friends and Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday.
I didn't know that. Isn't he one of the ones mentioned? Okay.
I think he was.
Cool. Who do you think he's playing?
I hope it's Storm, but I don't know.
Oh, that would be good.
He'd be a good Storm.
He did say a lot that he always wanted to play a black woman in a movie. I was like, okay, well, someday. I'm like, do you want to come over and we'll get that going? He's like, yeah, Brian, come over, play a black woman at your house. So weird. Yeah. That's just James being James. Well, what a great episode this was.
What a great, fun episode this was. We had a great time, and I love talking to Patrick, and I hope he comes back for something else.
I don't care if he comes back. I think we got what we needed out of him, and he can go to hell.
Bye, everyone.
I was just kidding. I love him. He was so sweet.
Thanks for listening to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. This has been a That Was Just So Funny production. Your hosts have been Brian Lynch and Patrick Hotner. Music was by Alex Peabody, and our art was by Abigail Noy. You can find out more about the show by going to HeyThat'sMePod.com and checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/commentary. The show was recorded by Mark David Christensen. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Please tell your friends about this show.